Hi guys, so I'm gonna do the first problem in the independent practice that deals with dividing polynomials. And the first thing we're gonna do is, before we start the whole process, is we're gonna set this up. And so we have the divisor here, x plus 3. We're gonna put the dividend 2x cubed plus 5x squared plus 7x plus 21. After we set it up, the first thing we're going to do is divide. What are we going to divide? The first term. We have a 2x cubed and an x. I'm going to divide 2x cubed divided by x. So we have a 2x squared. So we're going to put 2x squared on the top. Number 2, after we do that, we are going to multiply. What are we going to multiply? We're going to multiply the part of the quotient that we just found and the entire divisor. So we're going to multiply 2x squared times x plus 3. So we end up with a 2x cubed plus 6x squared. Let's go ahead and write that underneath. Now, number 3, we are going to subtract. When we subtract this 2x cubed plus 6x squared from the part of this dividend, remember we put a negative here, but this negative distributes into this binomial, and so we can actually put negative 2x cubed plus 6x squared, and so we end up with a negative, and this changes the sign to a negative. And so we end up with a 0. That was our original goal, to get rid of that first term. And then we have a plus 5x squared and a minus 6x, so we have a negative x squared. Number 4, we bring it on down. So what am I going to bring on down? I'm going to bring down the next term. And then repeat the process. Number 5, divide. What do you divide? We divide this first term with the first term of the divisor. So we have a negative x squared divided by x. So we end up with a a negative x. Okay, that goes as part of our answer in the quotient. Number 6, we're going to multiply. What do we multiply? We multiply the new term that we got for the quotient by the entire divisor. So we end up with a negative x squared minus 3x. Negative x squared minus 3x. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to subtract. And what are we going to subtract? We're going to subtract this negative x squared minus 3x from the pink negative x squared plus 7x. And so we put a negative here, and that negative is going to distribute in here. So I'm just going to change the signs. I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to change the sign. So we have a negative x squared plus x squared, so this is 0. And then we end up with a 10x. Okay, let me go ahead just so that I have this clear. We have a negative x squared minus 3x. That's how the signs changed. Okay, Now number 8, we're going to bring it on down. We're going to bring down the positive 21. And then, let's see, a color I haven't used yet. Use number 9. We're going to divide. And what are we going to divide? We're going to divide the first term, 10x, with x. So we get a positive 10. So that becomes part of our quotient here. Number 10, multiply. We multiply that new quotient that we got with the entire divisor. So we end up with a 10x plus 30. 10x plus 30. And then the next thing we're going to do is subtract. We're going to subtract this 10x plus 30 from this 10x plus 21. I'm going to distribute the negative. So that negative gets distributed into that 10x plus 30. And this becomes a negative also. You can't really see it. We have a negative and a negative. So we have a 10x minus 10x, which is a 0, positive 21 plus, minus 30. So that becomes a negative 9. Now, negative 9 has a variable. It's x to the 0. Okay, we have an x to the 1. X 0 is lower than x to the 1, so we're done. That becomes, this negative 9 becomes a remainder. And we're going to write it up here. It'll be 9 divided by the divisor, which is x plus 3. So our answer is 2x squared minus x plus 10 minus 9 over x plus 3. And guys, this is our final answer. And very colorful and very nice. Good job.